Hi everyone and welcome to this demo of mixed workloads with Ionir Kubernetes data platform. In this video we will demonstrate how to run a Kubernetes pod, a KubeVirt VM and an AWS instance all using Ionir data platform. My name is Barak, now let's get started. This is the Ionir dashboard. We can see we have a few workloads and volumes running, all consuming around 2 GB of user data. Let's click on the cluster to review the details. We can see we have an Ubuntu VM workload, a native MySQL pod workload, as we've seen in previous demos, and another workload called Ionir Proxy. This will serve the external AWS instance volume, as we will see next. Clicking on the Volumes tab, we can see the list of volumes configured on the system. All of the workloads are here and the Ubuntu image as well. In addition, we can see the Ionir Proxy disk is configured as raw block device. Going to the AWS console, we can see our Kubernetes master and nodes, and another instance which is not part of the cluster. Let's go to the command line and run some tests. As we can see, this is our Kubernetes cluster, and these are the workloads as we saw on the Ionir dashboard, and the corresponding PVC and block device. Now let's SSH to the Ubuntu instance using the private IP we see here. Running the NVMe list command, we can see that there's an NVMe1 device connected with an Ionir identifier. This disk is accessible using NVMe over TCP to the Kubernetes cluster. Let's list the block devices, and as we can see, the device is raw. Now let's make an extended 4 file system on top and mount it to the OS. The device is formatted and mounted. The next step is to run some load on the disk. We will use this dd command, writing 1 GB worth of random data directly to the volume. In the meanwhile, let's jump back to the Ionir dashboard and look at the statistics. Select demo namespace and the proxy disk, and as we can see, the I/O is starting to accumulate on top of the volume. Going back to the terminal, we can see that 1 GB of data was written to the disk, and that information is also reflected on the Ionir dashboard as well. That concludes our demo. We saw in this demo 3 types of workloads all running data on Ionir: a pod, a KubeVirt VM, and an external workload. In the next demo, we will show some more use cases around this capability. Until the next time, thank you and goodbye.